On this edition of Virginia Beach Frontline Firefighter, Fire Captain Brad Foster of Engine 12A takes us through the packing and deployment of the Minuteman hose load on different engine configurations currently in use by the department. I'm Firefighter Andrew Conlon, and you're watching Virginia Beach Frontline Firefighter. Here's your host, Virginia Beach Fire Department Public Information Officer, Art Kahn.
Hi, I'm Art Kahn, and welcome to this month's edition of Virginia Beach Frontline Firefighter. We all know that efficient deployment of hose lines from an engine is vital, especially in those scenarios where every second counts. The Minuteman load is a system of packing and pulling hand lines that allows you to save precious time in just such scenarios. In this episode, Captain Brad Foster with Engine Company 12A takes us through the process, demonstrating the advantages of using the Minuteman load with different engine configurations.
Captain Foster here. I'm sure many of you heard during the fall in-service, we're going to be trying out the Minuteman load and a bundle that is going to be Velcroed attached to the 400-foot line. Nothing's set in stone yet. We're going to see how in-service goes and do a survey after in-service. As we all know, the Matty Dale has been around for 40+ years. It's worked well. We just want to try this out. Many of us have been expired on the hose committee by Carlton King and Enrico Captain. I think there's just an easier way, more efficient, safer way to advance our hose lines. I understand the Matty Dale's been around for 40 years, but as you watch this short video, please just keep an open mind. Thank you.
It's packed the same way as the Matty Dale is now. So you're going to have a fold, then 2 ears, then 2 folds, 2 more ears. You're going to be able to break it at the 200-foot mark, and then the rest will be bundled. And you'll pull that coupling out for the bundle. Firefighter Clark will demonstrate this. So Firefighter Clark just pulls the 50-foot coupling. The bundle's going to go on his shoulder. If he wanted to, you could come back, pull the 2 ears for the 400. But for the purpose of training today, we're just going to break it at the 200-foot mark and connect it to the gated Y. He's making an approach to the front door. He's going to drop the bundle, undo the Velcro. So right now the 50-foot coupling and the nozzle are going to be at the door, and he's going to pull the 2 ears. So he's got the loops, and he's just going to pull straight back. The line is now ready to be charged. This is a second method of how to deploy the bundle. He's going to stop short from the door, and he will advance the 50-foot coupling and the nozzle to the point of entry. The line now can be charged. You need 2 straps, ideally a 5-foot New York hook. You'll attach the 2 couplings. This will be your halfway point. This, however, is not packed like the Matty Dale. You're going to have 2 folds down before you make the loops. So Captain Scott making the second fold. So now he's going to put a loop in it, 6 to 8 inches. If you do not have a New York hook, just grab a garden weasel. It's 6 foot, but it'll still give you a rough guide. If you wanted, just measure out 5 feet on the hook and make a mark. All right, we now have 100 feet, inch and 3/4 bundle ready to go to work. Deployment of the Minuteman. Here we have Firefighter Shepherd. He's going to stretch the Minuteman. He's going to pull the shoulder load off the strong side. That's going to be the side with the nozzle. The jump seat is going to pull the dump load. This load is ideal for our multifamily structures, our townhouses, where we have obstacles to contend with, such as many cars. The load's shouldered, we can walk in between the cars. Firefighter Shepherd is going to drop the load. Firefighter Novice is going to come up and just grab the 50-foot coupling and walk it straight back. The line now could be charged, but we're going to bring the 50-foot coupling back up to the nozzle so we can go to work. Firefighter Shepherd is going to bleed off the line, and we can make entry. Packing the Minuteman. Here we're using a speed tray so we can clearly show you how to pack the Minuteman. We're going to start with the dump load. The dump load has the same folds as our current Mattydale. So it's going to be one down, then a bite or a loop, two folds down. After the two folds, just like the Mattydale, we're going to put a little loop or a bite in it. The bites don't have to be extremely big, just enough to grab. And then you just pack it up after the second bite. Since we have a Metro 2 with a pistol grip, we're going to leave some hose out so at the end we can place it on the top of the load, tuck that pistol grip in the middle of the shoulder load and the dump load. On the other side, you want to leave a loop on the other side. If you had to pull from the weak side, that would be the side that the nozzle's not on, the weak side. The rest of it is no more bites, no more loops. You're just going to simply pack it up and make sure at the 50-foot coupling, place the 50-foot coupling in the middle of the pack for your reference point when you shoulder the load. You want to get that 50-foot coupling on the center of your shoulder. So here comes the 50-foot coupling. It just happens to be painted green, and that needs to go in the middle. So we're at the end. Quick recap. The shoulder load, just going to start with the nozzle out, pack up, 50-foot coupling in the middle with a bite on the other side. Dump load, same as the Mattydale. Load down, bite, two folds, bite, pack it up. Minuteman, 2.5 off the rear. Here we go. Firefighter Shepherd is pulling the shoulder load. He's looking for the 50-foot coupling to center on his shoulder. He'll advance the load. It is deployed the same way as the 1 3/4 inch. Again, just going to grab the 50-foot coupling, walk it back. If he needed to walk in between obstacles, he could do that, and he was walking forward the whole time. He's going to walk the 50-foot coupling back up. The line is now ready to be charged. The 2.5 is packed just like the Mattydale. You're going to have a layer down, which is hidden, a bite, 2 layers down, and another bite. When you're finished packing the dump load, you're going to have to leave probably 2 feet out to attach to the top of the shoulder load. Because we don't want to pull the whole length of the hose bed and have the hose dragging on the ground, just like the bundle, we're going to use a 5-foot hook for a reference point. The end result should look something like this. This will be the same if you have a stack tip with play pipe. You want to leave some hose out so it'll come back over on top of the load. Here's an example, a still shot of Firefighter Shepherd pulling the 2.5. We ran into a little issue with the 2.5 bundle off the reserve engines and the Pierces in Battalion 1. So we elected, because it's 3 wide, to bundle the 2.5 and put a dump load. Here's engine 7A pulling it full speed. These guys really do a good job. The line can now be charged. So here's a better view of packing it. Just a dump load. It's bundled just like the 400. No difference.
Well, that's going to do it for this month's edition of Virginia Beach Frontline Firefighter. As always, we invite you to send in any comments or suggestions you have for future segments to Darnell Evans using the information you see on your screen. In the meantime, remember to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and watch us on YouTube. For Virginia Beach Frontline Firefighter, I'm Art Kahn.